Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nürburgring after technical difficulties. A league admin's worst nightmare just happened, and it's when the server crashes and kicks everybody off in the middle of a race. And unfortunately we've had to redo qualifying as well for race 1. So it's we start afresh again now. We've got 13 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. Was Bashir Jadwad who got pole position last session. Let's see if he can do it again for this session. So very close between him and Devod now. Unfortunately, we're not able to use results from another session to use it as a basis for the race session, so hence the redoing of qualifying. Not ideal, but that's how it is, unfortunately. And thankfully at South Africa we have got a backup server for instances like this. This Devot now is first on a flying lap. And we'll be battling it out with Bashir Jadwat and perhaps one or two other drivers. Absma is also fast in the first qualifying session. And so is Quay Claessens. And let's just hope the server hangs together for this evening, but there's no reason why it shouldn't. He will now cross the line now to, he's in fact not put a lap time in, so his time didn't count for some reason. Lamprecht is on provisional pole with a 35.519. Heineck in second, Oliphant in third position, Stain and Smith in fourth and fifth. Stain immediately leaves the pit lane for another attempt. This is Lamprecht. I was by now provisional pole with a 35.309. I'm expecting pole position to be about a 34.7, I think it was last time around. Lamprecht looking to improve by 0.4 of a second. This will give him provisional pole position for the moment. Keeps it together to the last corner. A nice lap time here by Lamprecht. He's going to get a 35 dead. Nice time so far. Let's see if Ausmaier can respond. Here comes, yeah, Ausmaier can respond. He's a good 5/10 up. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, there's action ahead of him. Oh, that's unlucky for Absmeyer. He was on an absolute flyer, and two cars ahead of him came short, and he had nowhere to go. Now with the 34.991, provisional pole for him. Jadwat has not done a lap time for whatever reason, not yet anyway. But now looking to improve by 0.3 of a second. It will open up his gap back to second place man Lamprecht. There is Bashir Jadwat currently in second position, just not so on our timing board. Sure it will count next time around. Very quick timing by default now with a 34.368. Let's see if Jadwat can do anything about it. Jadwat does a 34.681, so Jadwat's got work to do again in this session. That's mine now, 3/10 up. And this will give him third position. 35 dead for him. Still a good 6/10 off the pace for the moment. Jadwat looking for 3/10, 5/10. Good drive now. This will give him 5/10 of a second. This will give him provisional pole with a 34.209. Take that default now. Can you respond to that, sir? Lamprecht in the pit lane. Absma is not going to improve this lap, especially after that lockup. Claessen's up 3/10 of a second. Claessen's currently in 5th position, looking to take it to Absma for 4th if he can. Quay Claessen's in the Synergy Racing entry. So power down nice and early, just about square with his best delta so far. Is Jadwat currently in pole position for Squadra Ghostworks. Rebuild now in 2nd, Lamprecht in 3rd, Absma in 4th position. Claessen not quite getting it right through the chicane, and he's losing time here as well. He'll be going for another lap, no doubt. Lamprecht still in the pit lane. Smiles on an out lap. Claessen's Chris Heineke, beg your pardon. He's currently in 6th position in his spins. This is race done. Oliphant now is about to start another flying lap. Yes, he is. Let's stay on board with him. Turn on we go. Tricky, tight right-hander this is. Oh, spin there for Oliphant. Half a spin anyway. Jacobs lacking setup this evening, it seems. Not quite up to the usual pace at the front. Let's see what they can come up with in the race. Staying in 8th position. Jadwat's teammate, of course. Smith is 9th for the moment, one better than what he did for that last qualifying session. It doesn't count any longer, unfortunately. Still 3 minutes remaining in the session. Smith has had a big off. Jadwat's on an out lap. Devout now is also just leaving the pit lane for another attempt. Lamprecht's still in the pits. Meyer now, let's see what he can do. No, he's losing time. They should abandon that lap. Perhaps looking for space. Just about to put another flyer now. Stay with others minded, see what he can do here. Up on his delta, better run that time round through turn 1. Pressing time all the time, letting the car run wide. Nicely 3/10 up on his best delta so far. This could give him 3rd. Avoids the car trying to rejoin on his right. Oh, nice and down. Lost a bit of time through there, but still up in his delta. Lost time through there, of course, as well. The Schumacher is now flat out, no sign of any lifting there. Using all of the track and more. Nice run there. Just about equal these delta. Down the back straight we go. And this is the all-important NGK chicane. But he needs to nail now. Nicely done, but it's not quite enough. Stay off the curb on the right. Get the power down. No, it's not going to improve, unfortunately. He'll go for another run now. Fortunately, he has traffic ahead of him. Heineke is up into 5th position for Reaper Ghostworks. Jadwat now looking to improve. Wow, can he do a sub 34? That would be crazy. So far on course to do that if you can just nail this chicane. Losing a bit of time, no, still improving. Get the power down nice and early. It's going to be a 34 dead, just about 34.075. Jadwat's on fire this evening. And I don't think Devout now can respond. No, he can't. He's half a second down his best delta time so far. So it's going to be Jadwat again on pole position. As you can imagine, I'll be the sigh of relief after having to cancel that last qualifying session that saw Jadwat on pole, but he's going to start in pole position again. We're going to have a very similar order to what we saw in the last session too, so no harm, no foul it seems. So that's fantastic. Session 2, so no harm, no foul it seems. Jacobs now up into 10th position. And him and his teammate Tim Smith swapping positions all the time. Great to see the inter-team rivalry there. And this time Jacobs will start ahead of Smith in 10th position. The drivers have started the formation lap yet again for race 1. It's hoping for a clean race from the server point of view this evening. And Jadwat now leads the field. Can have another look at the Drivers' Championship standings. It is Devolt now leading the way, of course, 3 points ahead of Leslie Oliphant. Rian Lamprecht in 3rd position with 91 points. Quake Claassens in 4th. Marcus Sane rounds up the top 5 so far in the championship. Of course, Quake Claassens also leading the AM class for the season so far for drivers taking part in their first competitive season at Sim Race South Africa. So Quake Claassens leading their class by quite a margin at the moment. In the team standing, it is Squadra Ghostworks who lead RPM Sim Racing team by 4 points. Reaper Ghostworks in 3rd position with Chris Heineck and Nazim Edwards. Uppy Madcap in 4th position. And Synergy Phoenix rounds up the top 5. So far, we have 3 rounds remaining, of course, including this one. Driver just weaving their car side to side, trying to warm up the tyres as much as they can. They're only allowed to do 200 kilometers an hour during the formation lap, which severely hinders their way of heating the brakes and the tyres up. And all the drivers is trying to get as prepared as possible. And off we go, yet another start to race 1. And Jadwat's got a clean run on Nell again, although Nell's much closer this time around. Run wide though, and Lamprecht's trying to take advantage. Let's go on board with Rian Lamprecht. Down the main straight we go. Nell's got the DRS open. Lamprecht's gone defensive. Here comes Jason Amsar on the outside. They're going to run side by side. Asmar looking for a way past Lamprecht if he can. He runs wide. No. Here comes Heineke on the outside of Asmar. It doesn't quite pay off though. Looks like a clean start so far. Jadwat's fallen back. Oh, he's had a spin. Around he goes. He will rejoin in 12th position. So it's gone from bad to worse for Bashir Jadwat, unfortunately. And around he goes. He had another spin. Oh, Jadwat's run into that car as well. That's unfortunate. So it is Null leading the way. He's got Lamprecht for company. So here comes Abusma in 3rd position. Heineke's right there in 4th class. It's in 5th position too. We've got a feel for Bashir Jadwat after leading race 1, the first instance of race 1. And looking comfortable as well, and unfortunately it's gone wrong for him in the second instance of race 1, unfortunately. There's now leads Lamprecht from Abusma, from Heineke. Claassens in 5th position. Oliphant in 6th, Dane in 7th, Jacobs in 8th, 9th is Tim Smith, and 10th is Matthew Boy. Bashir Jadwat is in the pits. I'm pretty sure he's called the quits for race 1. Hopefully we'll see him back for race 2, because he's got the pace. But now leads the way. Somebody's had a spin. Who is that? That's Oliphant. Oliphant's had a spin. Claassen's involved there too. He's trying to rejoin. Lamprecht opening up, now opening up the gap to Lamprecht by 1.5 seconds so far. That's my looking a bit better here. In 3rd position, Heineke in 4th. got Landy for 14th position. Jadwat's back out, great to see. 20th and last, but let's see how far he can get up the field before race end. I'm looking for some good championship points and see what he can recover in this race. Some damage limitation here for Bashir Jadwat, and Squadra goes to works. Jason Absmeyer now. It's not to be said for Jadwat getting back out there. I know many drivers would have rage quit and not carried on racing, but Jadwat showing great character and thinking about the long game, the championship as well. This is also sort of, it does count as a Division 1 points haul too. With many points available if you just finish a Division 1 race in the championship as a whole. And that's clearly what Jadwat's thinking about, thinking like a champion, the champion that he is. Continues, and let's see how far he gets up the order. I'm interested to see. He's 43 seconds behind Avis in 19th. Wyatt Avis joining us for the first time this evening, his first race in South Africa. Let's see, I hope that he has a good race too. Smile looking comfortable in third position, staying on terms with Lamprecht in second. Let's see what other battles are unfolding for us. This is the Steyn-Jacobs battle for 5th position. Board with Markson. Enjoyed this battle with Jacobs. The gap is about 4/10 of a second. Jadwat's got the gap down to Avis to about 36 seconds already. Tim Smith having a strong race there in 7th position. So is Boy in 8th. Oliphant down there in 9th. I'm not quite used to seeing Oliphant down there. Normally at the front, top 3 or so. Run there for Steyn now. Looks for a good run onto the back straight. Gets the power nice and early down. Better than what Jacobs did. Oh, almost a big moment there for Steyn. Good drive into the main straight now if you can. Boy, Smith is falling down. Happened to Tim Smith. Let's go have a look down there. Oh, he's had a spin into the chicane. Wow, who was that? I think that was Glasson's there to avoid Smith. He was across the road just past the chicane. Go back to this intriguing battle between Jacobs and Steyn. Smith racing against Squadra goes to works. The Alismar Heineke battle for 3rd is also taking shape nicely. Let's go and have a look-see. On board now with Heineke for Reaper goes to works. Avis has got Edwards for 18th position. Stemcam has put a move on Kelvinace for 10th position. That was into turn 1, I think. And Khal's had a spin too. Stemcam 2 down to 13th. Looks like those two cars may have been involved in an incident. Stan's got a good run on Jacobs now. Shelley's going to have him. Going to have to get out of the throttle, unfortunately. Jacobs goes defensive early on. Can Stan get him into... beg your pardon. No, Stan did not get Jacobs. Oh, Stan's run wide. He's thrown it away. Oh, spin there for Marcus Stan. That's unfortunate. So Squadra Ghost Six not having a good... race this evening for race 1. You're stuck on the curb. Oh, that was tight. Stan doing very well there, trying to avoid the other cars, just opening up the gaps where he needed to, especially for Quake Crosses to slip by against the barrier. That was very close. Oliphant now up into 6th position. He's gained 3 positions, looking strong. Boy up into 7th for Synergy Racing. Judd was now just 11 seconds behind 19th place man Nazim Edwards. This is White Avis on debut. Another just throws at a spin. Commentator's curse, White. It's part of the racing at Semester. I think as soon as I say someone's name, they have a moment. There's Devolt now with a 5.2 second lead ahead of Lamprecht. So the two former FSR drivers in 1st and 2nd position. And Jason Osweiler in 3rd position. Followed by Chris Heineck, who's having a strong run in 4th. Oh, Heineck has had a spin. Oh, just as I say that, I'm going to stop talking about people now. Commentator's curse strikes again. Jacobs now up into 4th position. Heineck recovers in 6th. Oliphant up to 5th position. So, RP Makeup, Mad Cape in 3rd and 5th for the moment. Then comes, looks like he's had a spin, has fallen prey to Landy, who moves up into 13th position, does Brandon Landy for Synergy Racing. Stain has put a move on Applegate for 9th. Oliphant has passed Jacobs pretty cleanly through just before the Schumacher S is there. Nicely, John McKay tries to get out of the way. Nicely done, sir. And White Davis is in the pit lane. Avis will rejoin. He's exiting the pits now. Great to see. Heineke's at another off. Into the wall he goes. Will Klaasens take the position away from Heineke? I think he will. Oh, no. Where's Heineke now? Down another spin, I think. Now he's rejoined safely. Ahead of Marcus Steyn. So those two will resume battle, no doubt. Just 9 laps remaining of race 1 of 2 this evening. Heineke braked himself slightly, but staying not quite close enough to take advantage of that, although he's right with him now. Sure, they're going to go for me, but Heineke has seen it coming, goes defensive, Steyn goes wide, trying to get the slingshot, hasn't quite worked out though. Good driving there by Chris Heineke, going defensive nice and early on. Oh, and Heineke's had a spin again, struggling with that Reaper Ghostworks car is Chris Heineke. Off he goes. I think he's also overheated the tyres after his last spin as well. Unfortunately. Marcus Steyn up into 8th position now. And, Peter Holden has also found his way past Heineke as well. And Judd Watts up into 17th now after being 21st in his recovery. Next target for Judd Watts is Nazim Edwards. Oh, and he's done a spin there. Someone's turned around. Judd Watt puts him even Edwards. Some traffic there, it seems. Billy's in a spin as well. And he recovers to 15th position. Judd now looking to find a way past Gustav Jacobs, who's currently in 5th position. Jacobs is actually a lap ahead of Judd Watts. Judd no doubt will be looking to unlap himself if he can. See a very slow Osman Lee. I think he's got quite severe damage to the Synergy Racing car. Jadwat now looking to unlap himself now. Perhaps Jacobs is just going to let him go, which might be wise, and he does so. And Jadwat's next target is actually 41 seconds up the road. That is Brandon Landy. Here's Landy now. A tall order for Jadwat to catch Landy before the end of the race. There's only 6 laps remaining in this race. And I think we're going to get a Jadwat Nell battle for race 2, which is great to see. You probably find Jadwat's using this race as a simulation race for race 2. This year's Stenkamp has passed Heineke. I think Heineke's had another off, unfortunately. Heineke's in the pits, actually. Sparks has put a move on Valley for 18th. I think Valley's actually he slowed right down. Looks to have quite a bit of damage to that car. Matthew Boy looking good in 6th position. He's trying to challenge Jacobs for 5th. In fact, they just put a lap on, who's that now? That's Nazim Edwards, they put a lap on him. The boy has got teammate Claessens for company. And no Satel, the 2 Synergy Racing, I think this is Synergy Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. Spartan. Beg your pardon. Of course, Divock now still leads the way with a 7.6 second lead ahead of Brian Lamprecht. Okay, very comfortable just keeping the car on the black stuff. Let's go battle hunting. Who's close together? I think Boy and Claessens are probably the closest together. No, they are teammates though. Oh, who's gone off there? Is that Jadwat? Yeah, it's Jadwat. He's had another moment. There's a lap to those 2 cars as well. So I'm quite proud of the Squadron Ghost Works setup, I think. A bit too twitchy perhaps. Perhaps I'll be looking at that for race 2. Jadwat and Stan running together on track, although Stan is a lap ahead of Jadwat. Perhaps need to make those cars a bit softer. Osman now with the fastest lap of the race with a 36.487. Osman's got that gap to Lamprecht down to 4.1 seconds. He's got 3 laps remaining to catch Lamprecht. I think it's a bit too much of a tall order, but you never know, anything can happen. with Quay Claessens. Chasing down teammate Matthew Boy. These two looking for a nice solid points haul for the Synergy Spartan team. Driving well is Jacobson, Boy and Claessens, I beg your pardon, yeah. And Marcus Stein bearing down on these two as well. Need to keep an eye on this battle. Thomas Meyer with another fastest lap of the race with a 36.297. The gap to Lamprecht down to 2.7 seconds. So suddenly that RP Mad Cape car is taking off now. Thomas Meyer. There's Thomas Meyer now, the number 90 entry. Which just noticed my car there. You see the ISRF logo. That is the International Sim Racing Federation that is being started up. It's basically what the FIA is to Formula One, and to try and bring some order into the sim racing world, which I'm quite a lot for, because there are so many different sim racing competitions happening around the world that as a team manager myself, I'm not quite sure on sort of what order these competitions are in and what is more relevant than the other. And I look forward to seeing, you can see the ISRF logo there. And we look forward to seeing how that takes off. And SimRace South Africa is a member of the ISRF, and we look forward to seeing how it develops further. Asma just 1.7 seconds behind Lamprecht. Now he's pushing very hard. He's got a lap and a half left. Stein is just 0.6 seconds ahead of Claessens. Devot now racing, of course, has started the last lap of this race, race 1. Jedward's got Applegate for 14th. First up Jacobs with Matthew Boy and Quay Claessens in turn, Marcus Stein too. So four-way battle here for 5th position. Highly contested. There's a move by Boy. Has it paid off? I'm not quite sure. No, it hasn't. Got bogged down there on exit. But here comes Klaus as his teammate who wasn't pleased with the action. He's going for a move on his teammate. Oh, they're going to get slight contact there. Here comes Marcus Stan as well. That's all kicking off here on the final lap of the race. Can you believe it? Devot Null is going to navigate through the S's for one last time through the final corner to take victory of race 1. But let's go back to this battle here. 4 hours, Stan's off. Stan is off. Unbelievable. Hanek up into 12th position as Landy falls off. Lamprecht will get second. Destin Absmar just 0.6 seconds of back to get podium for RP Madcap. Congratulations to him for that. Oliphant will get 4th. Jacobs will get 5th position. Willie, it's not quite over yet, is it? On board with Matthew Boy down the backstraight for the last time for this race at least. We've got another race coming up next. Boy is not quite close enough to do anything about Jacobs. Jacobs will get 5th position. Boy will get 6th. Klassen, 7th. Nice and close there for their 5th position. Stan will get 8th. Smith will... is going to get 9th? Yes, quite comfortably. Calvin has quite a way back in 10th position to complete the top 10. Donnie Stenkamp is already in the pit lane in 11th position. Well, that concludes race 1 this evening. We're going to take a sort of 5 to 7 minute break before the start of the second qualifying session. Don't go away, plenty of action to come. Welcome back to the Nürburgring for the second qualifying session this evening. And we finally got things underway. So we're hoping for a bit of a cleaner race for race 2 this evening. Hopefully we can see the Judd-Watt-Nell battle develop in race 2, but let's see who ends up on top of this session. This will be trying conditions this evening, as it's run on a bit late this evening, so I'm sure the driver's a bit tired. So normally would have finished by now. Anyway, here we go. We all here, we want to race. Judd-Watt's the first man out of the pits. Let's see what kind of lap time he can produce. And Judd-Watt opens with a 35.270, but Lamprecht's got other ideas with a 35.205. Absma with a 35.441, so very close at the front there. Olifant slightly down with a 36.291. Stephen Sparks with a 38 dead. Steenkamp also with a 38 dead also. Steenkamp now, start another flying lap. Boy goes 5th for Synergy Racing with a 37.298. Rear of that car that came at floaty, but manages to regain control of it, no problem at all. Quentin Harhoff now has joined this race after missing out in race 1. There's a mistake there from Steenkamp. We'll just keep the car off the road, out of the way of the other cars. Nicely done, especially when teammate Lamprecht is coming past. Here's Rian Lamprecht. Judd-Watt on provisional pole for the moment, the 34.588. So improvement there for Bashir Judd-Watt. Nicely done. Osmar up into 4th position now. Oh, gets it all ragged there through at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. Gustav Jacobs now in 7th position. Clarkson's now up 0.3 of a second. He could take it to Osmar if he keeps this up. Now goes provisional pole with the 34.416, a 10th on Bashir Jadwat. C-Strand Racing puts one over Squadra Ghostworks as Quake Larsons gets it all wrong through the NGK chicane. Lamprecht's on an out lap. Oliphant looking to improve now. Just start another flyer, of course. The 10th up now. He could take it to Lamprecht for 3rd if he keeps this up. Heineken up into 7th. Edwards goes 10th. Showed what improves to 34.542, but it's not enough to beat Mel for the moment. Let's find a bit of time into turn 1 as showed what. He's looking for about 7/100ths of a second is Bashir Jadwat. Just about got it for the moment, but has to keep this up. Yeah, now he's got it. Now let's see if he can maintain this. He's gone board with Bashir Jadwat. Two turns now for Jadwat. He seems to have the 1 lap pace over now. Just those sort of areas creeping up like that cost Jadwat dearly in the race as well. Now he's about equal with his delta. He's looking for that 7/100th of a second again. He's found it again. Can he keep that up? Oh, absolutely on the edge. Lost the time again. What can he do through the chicane? Going to be quite enough. He abandons that attempt again. It's just he's coming to the pits again, getting ready for another attempt. It's Lamprecht now on an out lap. Now it's still in the pits. Olifant is on an outlap, I think. As Abismai Claessen's looking to improve by half a second. It's going to take Abismai's 5th. His last time through the chicane. Now he's gaining it again. Losing. Now gaining again. So flat out through that section. Claessen's will stay 6th, but much closer to Abismai now. Heineke is on an outlap. So is Snell. So is Jadwat. So everybody getting ready for a final attempt. Just 4 minutes remaining in this session. front 9, 5th position. Looking to challenge teammate Absmai for 4th. So far not quite there. It is Bashir Jadwat who will claim pole position for the 2nd time this evening. Now, can he produce the consistency in the race now to take victory ahead of Nel? That's the big question. So it is Bashir Jadwat who claims pole position ahead of Devout Lamprecht in 3rd, Absma in 4th. And Leslie Oliphant completes the top 5. Quake Claassen in 7th, Heineken 7th, Jacobs in 8th, Boy in 9th, and Nazim Edwards completes the top 10. Take a short break and we'll be right back. Jadwat now just leading the field around the formation lap. To start race 2 this evening. In 2 weeks' time is our next live stream. It's round 3 of the South African simGP series, our flagship championship at Laguna Seca. It's a track we haven't run before in this Sette Corsa era of the league. Reported Jadwat has started the race. Off he goes. Lamprecht gets all sideways into the chicane. Asmai trying to take advantage of that, but not quite working out. Asmai is right with him though. It's gone board with him. In the slipstream we go into turn 1. Asmai chooses the outside line as Lamprecht goes defensive. Into turn 1 we go. Is he going to make that move work? Yes he is, around the outside. Nice impressive move there by the RP Mad Cape driver. It is Jadwat who leads the way. Null in second. Olifant in third position. Lamprecht in fourth. He's under pressure from Quake Larsens. Larsens has got him looking that. Heineken is also looking for a move too. Heineken looking for a better race in race 2 when compared to race 1. I think Osmar is down to 7th position. What's happened there? I don't know. It's Olifant is in third. He's been making the passes. I beg your pardon. Leslie Olifant out of nowhere is up into 3rd position. Look at that. So, but a great move on Lamprecht. Carson's also passed Lamprecht too. And he can 6th position. Oh, we had a spin. Who's that? I think it's Asmai. Yes, Asmai has come around. Off he goes. So those are coming together at the Schumacher S's there. But Jadwat leads the way. Olifant in 3rd position, Claassens in 4th. Claassen's looking ever stronger in the GP series, improving almost every week. Whether it's in the GT series or the GP series, great to see. Someone who started racing at Simracing Africa with a mouse and a keyboard as Olifant runs wide and through goes Claassens into 3rd position. Lamprecht's going to follow him into 4th. Olifant recovers to 5th and under pressure from Heineken. Stenkamp and McKay fight over 10th position. So much closer race here in race 2. Jadwat already with a 1.7 second lead ahead of Nel. Claassens looking strong in 3rd. Lamprecht, Olifant in 5th position. Stenkamp's down to 12th. After an error it looks like. Oh, Avis and Villiers have come together. Contact. Jacobs is falling back too. What's happened to Gustav Jacobs? Can we see him? Yes, just in the background there. He rejoins. Jadwat's looking for consistency in this race. Just keep those errors out of it. I think he could see victory here pretty easily here in race 2. This is Quentin Harolf, who's joined us for race 2. And Avis is in the pit lane. An issue, it looks like. Lamprecht out of pressure or under pressure from Olifant. Interesting battle, 3-way battle here for 4th position. Lee is disconnected from the server. So a retirement for Osman. Annika has fallen back on the battle. So far, Judd Wood looking comfortable. Lap 5 of 19. Jacobs is fallen back behind Sparks. Holness put a move on Edwards for 7th. See if Edwards can come back at him. Holness gets it sideways. Through goes Edwards and Boyer, I think. Yes, Boyer too. Edward now leading by 2 seconds. The Edwards Boyer battle for 7th. Reaper Ghostworks against Synergy Racing. nice three-way battle here, developing for third position. Claessen's leading the way. We have Lamprecht and Oliphant. And Jadwat's fallen back behind now, so he's fallen back to second. And now leads away by 3.2 seconds. It's been like an error there from Jadwat, unfortunately. Claessen's now starting to pressure Jadwat for second. Race leader now. 3.2 seconds ahead of this battle for second. Although Jadwat's starting to move away already from them and towards now. It's interesting with 9 laps remaining. On board with an Oliphant and now RP Man Cape Car. Mistake there by Claessen's. Lamprecht is trying to take advantage, but Lamprecht's on wide, and here comes Oliphant. Should he's going to go for a move. Yes, he is, side by side. But Oliphant's got that move. Lamprecht going to try and attack up the inside. Lamprecht up the inside, side by side through the chicane. Wow, that's incredible skill. And Lamprecht still side by side with Oliphant. Wow, that was breathtaking. And it's worked out quite nicely. Oliphant immediately goes defensive. Claessen's is laughing, he's away in third position as these two battle away in the sister cars. RP Madcap versus the RPM Sim Racing team. Oliphant's run wide, so here comes Lamprecht on the outside. Wow, quite a great move by Lamprecht to run side by side. Well, feisty stuff here between these two drivers. Well, Jadwat's got that gap to now down to 2.8 seconds, 8 laps remaining. Avis is in the pits. Who's off? Jadwat's disconnected from the server. I think he's another off. He's called it for tonight. Hasn't gone the way of Scott Ghost this evening. Definitely not. Stain is also not even in this race. So Nell's been given off easy. He's leading now by 6.7 seconds ahead of Quake. Claessen's is on course for his best result ever at South Africa. I think in second place finish if he can keep this up. Edwards now up into 6th position. McKay up into 7th. Boy, now looking for a way past McKay. Interesting battle. Qualified now, starting to go after Claessens. I got over there for that second position. Stenkam's got Holden-Jones for 9th position. Claessens goes defensive immediately. Here comes on in front. Looking at the switchback. Wow, the dummy left, right, left. Side by side now. Where's Claessens? Oh, it's a contact, I think. Was it slight contact? I think there was. Here comes Lumprecht too to join the party. Here's a bit of action finally this evening. Side by side. Oh, Claessens got it sideways. Here comes Lumprecht. Trying to find a way past down the middle. Is that going to work? No, it's not going to work. Oh, how did they survive that? Wow, that was really aggressive by Lumprecht. But they all survived somehow, and Claessens has gone back 2 positions in 2 corners. Oh, he's pushing too hard to Claessens. Bit too aggressive on the wheel there. Around he goes, drops down to 4th position. Great effort though so far. This is the McKay boy battle for 7th. Just 4 laps remaining now. Boy with a move on McKay. No, upside of it. Perhaps a wise decision there by Boy. Oh, McKay's had a spin anyway. Steenkamp is going to try and put a move on him as well. Yes, he does. Steenkamp up into 8th position. And now voluntarily commanded this race with a 10-second lead ahead of Oliphant. Briggs still trying to pressure Oliphant for a second, but Oliphant's getting away from him. The gap's increased a bit to be about a second or so. Lock up there for Lamprecht, wouldn't have done his right front any good. Just a lap and a half remaining now. And Neil's got to seal this double victory here at the Nürburgring. Second double victory of the season. You would now about to start the final lap of the race. There's a comment from Bashir Jadwat in the YouTube live chat saying that Now's running the medium tyre. Seems to be a better choice. I'm not sure, Bashir, you were running the softs. Could have been. But now, obviously, a bit more consistent. Perhaps that tyre choice also playing a big role in that. Lamprecht's now right with Oliphant for second. Quite settled just yet. That gap is still about half a second though. Yeah, so Bishop just confirming in the chat that he's running the soft tire. Perhaps I'll get letting go halfway through the race. We got now through the chicane and the final corner for the very last time this evening. It'll be a double victory for Divock and East Brand Racing. Congratulations to him. What a fantastic drive. Oliphant will just beat Lamprecht to second position. The gap just under 0.3 of a second. Can you believe it? So RPM Cab leads RPM Sim Racing team for second and third. Double victory for the sister teams. Double podium, should beg your pardon. And Quake Claessens will get fourth position now. And Heineke will get fifth. The better race than what he had in race 1. His teammate Nazim Edwards will just beat Matthew Boy to sixth position, or will he? Still got the long back straight and the chicane and the final corner to go. And Boy has got a good run on Edwards now. Let's see what happens. It's going to be Edwards to get sixth pretty comfortably. Let's see, Will. And Boy will get seventh. Some good points for those drivers. Danny Stenkamp will get eighth on his return to SimRace SA. Great to see that. And John McKay will get ninth for zooming extremely fast racing. Great team that is, great livery as well. It's going to wait for Jacobs. I'm not sure if they had an altercation in the corner before. What's happened to McKay? He's sort of just... Is he running out of fuel? Quite possibly. Is he just going to make it? I think he will. Sparks will get 11th and Holden-Jones will get 12th. So and there we have it for this evening's racing for round 3 of the South African simGP series at the Nürburgring. And until round 3 of the South African simGP GT series at Laguna Seca in 2 weeks' time. All the best from me, Jason Holden-Jones, and goodbye until then.